Welcome to this in-depth explainer. We're skipping all the usual intros today, because we're jumping right into what is absolutely the highest stakes race of the 21st century. The Helium-3 race isn't just some sci-fi concept anymore, guys. It's literally the blueprint for the future of human civilization. We're talking about a brand new frontier that is completely redefining how we even think about global power.
You know, right here on Earth, our geopolitical landscape is pretty much defined by those messy, familiar conflicts over oil and semiconductors. We know those struggles all too well. But exactly 384,000 kilometers away, well, there's a pristine, totally untouched battleground just waiting for us. We're looking up at the night sky now, not just with wonder, but with immense, hardcore strategic calculation.
Okay, let's dive into Section 1, the new lunar front, beyond exploration.
Moving right along to Section 2, the power of Helium-3, clean energy.
For decades, our relationship with the moon was really just about exploration, right? It was a place to send probes and push the absolute boundaries of human achievement. But hey, that era is officially over. To really get why this massive shift is happening, we've got to look at the science. Helium-3 is practically non-existent down here on our planet, but it's incredibly abundant on the lunar surface. It's basically been deposited there over billions of years by solar winds. Since the moon doesn't have a protective magnetic field or an atmosphere to block it, it acts like a giant cosmic sponge for this insanely rare isotope. And why does this matter to us? Because Helium-3 is literally the holy grail of nuclear fusion. It's the absolute secret to unlocking infinite, completely clean energy. We're talking about a resource that can fundamentally alter the entire trajectory of human progress, and it's just sitting right there in the lunar dust.
25. Just 25. That is the number of tons of Helium-3 required to power the entire United States for a full year. I mean, really think about that for a second. That's roughly the payload of a single commercial transport flight. One flight, and it holds enough energy to sustain one of the world's largest superpowers for a whole year. Actually, let me just repeat that. One commercial flight's worth of cargo for a year of power. The sheer scale of this potential is just absolutely staggering.
And beyond just the crazy volume of power, we're looking at a future with zero carbon emissions and zero radioactive waste. Imagine an energy grid that doesn't choke our atmosphere or force us to bury toxic byproducts deep underground for centuries. It's the ultimate clean energy solution, no doubt about it. And it's up there waiting for whoever can get the infrastructure built to harvest it first.
All right, let's jump into Section 3, Superpowers Space Race Battle for Sovereignty.
Now, whenever a resource of this sheer magnitude is discovered, the narrative inevitably shifts from pure scientific wonder straight into human ambition. The scientific community has done its part. They've identified the prize. Now, the global powers have totally taken over. What we're watching form right now is a massive geopolitical chessboard. On one side, you have the US and its allies, and on the other, China and Russia. Both of these factions possess just immense technological capabilities, and they both fully recognize that lunar control directly equals future global influence. The race has officially begun, and these competitors are completely locked in.
Which brings us to Section 4, who owns the moon? A legal vacuum.
To really wrap our heads around this legal vacuum, we have to rewind a bit back to 1967. The Outer Space Treaty was designed for a totally different era, an era of peaceful exploration, not, aggressive resource extraction. It is completely, 100% obsolete for the reality of Helium-3 mining today. Because of this massive loophole, every single mission launched and every rover deployed right now is actively rewriting the rules of off-world engagement in real time. Our technological advancements have literally outpaced our legal frameworks. It's wild.
So that brings us to the ultimate dilemma. Who will actually own the moon's resources? Seriously, when that first major haul of Helium-3 is scooped up, whose property is it? The reality of off-world sovereignty is totally not science fiction anymore. It is a pressing, highly urgent international issue, and whoever gets to answer this question is going to dictate the global hierarchy for generations to come.
The ultimate prize in this modern space race isn't just, planting a flag to say, we did it. It is absolute control over the next 100 years of energy. Infinite, zero-carbon power means absolute dominance over human progress for an entire century. The starting gun has officially fired. So who do you think is going to reach the finish line first?